Time has expired. Mr. Roy.
I thank the chairman for holding this hearing. I appreciate the witnesses. Thank you for being here. Couple of questions, and I think I'll start with you, Mr. Rogers. And I'm just going to level set, and some of this may have been covered before I got here, but under President Biden, the TPS population increased from, I believe, somewhere around 410,000 at the end of the first Trump administration to 1.5 million before Biden left office this January, basically quadrupling. Is that roughly correct?
Yes.
In other words, I think, and I've heard some people talking about some of the data, but I just do think it merits observation for the American people. In other words, Biden added over 700,000 aliens to the TPS population, meaning over 70% of all aliens granted TPS initially entered the U.S. during the Biden-Harris administration.
Correct.
So according to federal data and Pew Research, most TPS holders are illegal aliens who crossed the border without authorization or overstayed their visa before receiving TPS, not individuals who were lawfully present on valid temporary visas. Do you agree with that assertion?
Yes.
During the Biden administration's 4 years, nearly 3 million illegal aliens were paroled into the interior and even created the CHNV program in 2022, which created specific parole programs to admit hundreds of thousands of Haitians and Venezuelans, correct?
Correct.
So Venezuela and Haiti received TPS designations in 2023 and 2024, respectively, both after the launch of the mass CHNV parole program in 2022, right?
Yes.
Is it plausible that the Biden administration used TPS to allow large numbers of illegal aliens, Venezuelans, and Haitians to remain in the U.S. since most of these individuals likely did not enter the U.S. lawfully or qualify for asylum?
It's definitely plausible. In fact, there was designations at the beginning of his term, and then they backdated and extended the dates after they'd let all those people in. So it's very
right.
plausible.
I mean, impeached Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas blew our borders wide open by exploiting asylum and parole. It's fairly well documented, and in my view, breaking the law in doing so. So I would think it's well within the realm of possibilities that TPS was also abused to shield those released illegal aliens from deportation, right?
That's definitely plausible.
So, and it just wasn't Haiti and Venezuela, right? Mayorkas and Biden used TPS to shield upwards of 700,000 illegal aliens from Afghanistan, Burma, Cameroon, El Salvador, Ethiopia, Honduras, Lebanon, Nepal, Nicaragua, Somalia, South Sudan, Syria, Ukraine, Yemen. All true, right?
Correct.
Let me ask you this. The premise for, and maybe I'll ask you, Mr. Fishman, just because I want to spread the wealth here a little bit and have fun with George. The premise for TPS is providing temporary immigration relief to aliens already in the U.S. when a catastrophic event occurs in their home country.
Yes.
Yet, beginning with TPS Liberia in 1997, the executive branch unilaterally created a new authority called a TPS redesignation, right? Which it uses to move up the eligibility cutoff date and cover aliens who come to the U.S. after the event that resulted in the initial grant of TPS.
Yes.
So the term redesignation does not appear in Section 244 of the INA, right?
It does not.
Nevertheless, the executive branch, including the Biden administration, used redesignation to apply the initial designation, even if the event occurred 10 to 20 years ago, to cover recent U.S. present illegal aliens from that country. Is that right?
Yes.
So can you explain how the executive is supposed to square this redesignation with congressional intent, given that it's not stated anywhere in the relevant INA sections?
Well, the USCIS director under President Obama, was very clear. DHS designation can be extended based on things, adverse climatic conditions that have absolutely nothing to do with why TPS was designated for that country in the first place.
So it's like the abuse of parole, like the abuse of asylum, it's abuse of the statutes that Congress put forward to do these designations, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Mr. Rogers, do you agree with that?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I appreciate you hold this hearing. I think it's an important topic we've been able to elevate, and I'll yield back my last 30 seconds for the sake of time.
I appreciate that. Gentleman yields back. We have no one else here to continue questioning, so we'll conclude today's hearing. I want to thank our witnesses. I'm told Mr. Grothman is on his way, but if he's not here now, we'll just have to go along without him. Again, thank you for appearing before the subcommittee today. Without objection, all members will have 5 legislative days to submit additional written questions for the witnesses or additional materials for the record. And without objection and with